welcome to IELTS On Air. Dear friends, I got some questions from you as to which form of IELTS I recommend. As you know, IELTS is a paper-based exam and the speaking part is done face-to-face with a human examiner. In the last decade, however, the different versions of IELTS have been introduced. IELTS is now available in two formats, computer-based and paper-based, and there is video call speaking and face-to-face speaking. Let's briefly look into the certain details. The main difference between the IELTS computer-based and paper-based exams relate to the delivery format, timing, and comfort. Here is a breakdown of the key contrasts. At CDI, the listening, reading, and writing sections are completed on a computer. At a test center, responses are typed, answers are directly submitted on the screen. At PB, however, the test is completed with a pencil and paper. Candidates write their answers on the provided answer sheets. In the writing section, typing can be faster than handwriting for many people, which can be an advantage for those who prefer typing, although both versions have the same time limit. As for results, CDI test results are available faster, usually within 3 to 5 days, compared to the PB test, which can take 13 days. At the listening section for the PB test, you have an extra 10 minutes at the end to transfer your answers from the question booklet to the answer sheet. At the CDI, however, you only get 2 minutes to review your answers. In the PB reading section, you can underline or circle key points or make notes directly on the test paper while reading, and passages are all visible at once. In the CDI, the computer enables easy navigation between questions, and you can highlight the text on screen and make notes directly on the screen. However, some candidates find scrolling through passages more challenging. At the writing section, the PB writing is done with a pencil, which some people find much easier for writing essays or making corrections. At the CDI, writing responses are typed, which allows for editing with cut, copy, and paste options. Another point is that the CDI has a word counter, which can be helpful to track the length of your script. As you know, your word counting should be 154 task 1 and 254 task 2. In the PB, however, you'll need to estimate word counting yourself. With regard to the comfort and environment, well, CDI may be better for those who are comfortable using a computer and typing. You need to be comfortable typing and navigating on a computer. Each candidate typically has their own computer station with headphones, and it can feel more modern and organized. And at the CDI, fewer people enter the test at the same time. The paper-based exam, however, feels more traditional, and it may suit people who find handwriting easier or less tiring than typing. Some test takers prefer the simplicity of paper and pencil, and it's easier to make quick notes directly on the paper. The speaking part of the test for both of the versions is still conducted with a human examiner, either face-to-face or video-based. The CDI is available more frequently throughout the week at various times, offering more flexibility, while PB usually has fixed test days, which are usually on Saturdays. The content, scoring, and difficulty levels are the same for both versions, so you'll get an equivalent IELTS score regardless of the format. The choice between the versions depends on your personal preference and test center availability. Consider the version based on your comfort and ability with computers, typing speed, focus, and preference for a quicker score release. Let's see the summary of the key differences. So briefly, for the written part of the exam, if you're able to use a keyboard well, or if your handwriting is really bad, you may then choose CDI. However, I've got some reservations about CDI. Firstly, yes, there will be fewer candidates in the room taking the test, which may seem like an advantage, but when even just a few people use the keyboards at the same time, this can be a bit distracting. It is different than the paper-based exam environment. Some people press the buttons just too strongly, and this may create some noise. I remember the days when I went to the internet cafe in the past, and some people would just drive me mad with their keyboard skills. So again, this is a very personal thing, but please take everything into consideration. I'm here to give you some insights into what may happen during the test and how it may affect your performance. Let's briefly look into the differences between VCS and face-to-face speaking interview. As you know, the IELTS speaking exam is conducted with a human examiner face-to-face, but in 2020, with COVID restrictions, video call speaking exam was introduced. While both formats are designed to assess the same skills and use the same criteria, there are some key differences between them. Here is a breakdown of how the two compare. At the VCS IELTS, the candidate takes the speaking exam via video call, usually from a computer or tablet. The examiner is in a different location, often in a secure, quiet room, and the candidate may be in a designated test center or occasionally in another approved location. A reliable internet connection and good audio-visual equipment are essential for a smooth experience. At the face-to-face IELTS, the candidate and the examiner are in the same physical room. This traditional in-person setup allows for more natural eye contact and body language cues. At VCS IELTS, communication relies heavily on technology, so clarity of the audio and video connection can affect your performance. Candidates may feel a slight delay in communication or less comfortable reading facial expressions or body language over a screen. At the face-to-face IELTS, however, interaction tends to feel more natural in person as candidates can read the examiner's nonverbal cues more easily, and there may be a greater sense of personal connection and engagement, which can help some candidates feel more at ease. At the VCS, some candidates find speaking over a video call less intimidating because the interaction is not face-to-face in the same room, which can reduce anxiety. However, others might feel more anxious if they aren't comfortable with technology or if they are concerned about potential technical issues. At face-to-face, the physical presence of the examiner can be reassuring for some, allowing for a more conversational or interactive experience. For others, being in the same room with an examiner may heighten nervousness. The VCS IELTS requires stable internet connection, good lighting, and a quiet environment without distractions. Some candidates may worry about potential technical issues such as a weak internet connection or audio problems. However, most test centers have reliable setups to minimize these risks. At the face-to-face exam, there are no technical requirements or risks as the exam relies purely on direct human interaction. This traditional setup eliminates concerns about connectivity or equipment failure. At the VCS IELTS, some candidates feel that the structured nature of a video call helps them stay focused, and there is often less pressure to maintain eye contact in a digital format. At the face-to-face IELTS, however, candidates may have a more dynamic conversation since the physical setting also allows for subtle introductions and a more natural flow of dialogue. With regard to scoring and assessment, both VCS and face-to-face IELTS follow the same scoring criteria and marking system as examiners are trained to assess candidates equally regardless of the format. They're looking for the same criteria, namely fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. The VCS IELTS is available at many test centers globally, often with a choice depending on the candidate's preference and the local center's offerings. Face-to-face IELTS, on the other hand, has been the traditional format for decades and is widely available. At the VCS IELTS, candidates are typically given instructions to connect to the video call platform, and a test invigilator may guide them through the setup process. The focus is on ensuring a stable connection, and candidates may need to do a tech check before starting. At the face-to-face IELTS, candidates simply walk into the examination room and follow the examiner's instructions. The examiner has the full control of the exam and there are fewer procedural steps, so the focus is on the conversational experience from the start. So, which format is better? It largely depends on personal preference and comfort. If you prefer a traditional in-person experience with natural introductions, the face-to-face format might be more suitable. But if you are comfortable with technology, then VCS can be a better option for you. Both formats are equally reliable for assessing English speaking skills, and candidates should choose the one that aligns with their comfort level and circumstances. So, I have tried to summarize some key differences, but I really want to emphasize on the technical issues such as a weak internet connection or power cuts that may occur during VCS or CDI. I know that some people have to wait for more than an hour due to some technical problems at the venue, and some exams were even cancelled due to technical problems. I don't think we can rely on technology so heavily today. As humanity, we are not quite there yet. In a few decades, yes, everything will be computerized. But for now, unfortunately, technology sometimes makes things even harder or more complicated for us. So, if you ask my opinion, paper-based and face-to-face speaking, I mean the traditional ways, seem better if you don't want to deal with some additional stress. I mean, why would you add an extra problem to an already stressful situation? Of course, these technical issues happen once in a while, but they do occur. And imagine it is your last chance and you have to submit your result to an institution and the exam gets cancelled due to technical problems. I mean, why would you go through that? As I previously mentioned in my video on the stress management, we need to eliminate all the stress-causing factors. So as there is a possibility to experience such issues, just go traditional. Another thing is that at CDI and VCS, you have to wear headphones, which can be an uncomfortable experience as it may hurt your ears and may give you some physical discomfort. I personally don't like wearing headphones as I'm having a headache and it does affect my concentration. So ask yourself, at CDI, will you be able to wear headphones for a few hours? There is just one advantage I can think of about wearing headphones. As CDI allows you to adjust the volume on the headphones, I think the listening part can be better with headphones, Although I haven't heard anything from students to confirm this. I'm just guessing. So, dear friends, it's good to have options. Choose whatever suits you best. Just pay attention to the things I highlighted here. Please share your experiences with us if you have taken the test before. Alright friends, I hope you'll find the video useful. Please write in the comments if you have any questions. You may also see my other videos to get more information on the speaking part of the test. To benefit from our unique content, please subscribe. Thank you for listening.